Okay, so here's the thing. I was originally going to have a video in regards to what I originally wanted to talk about in terms of phase 2 and 3 about REM Petra because oh my gosh, the there's a lot to kind of go over in regards to that. However, Tape posted 2 chapters for phase 4 and unfortunately I don't want to be behind. I want to actually be caught up this time. So, I will just kind of speed run what I was going to say about those two in regards to my thoughts on specifically will Petra die and what is Rem's role. And then we're going to talk about the craziest thing because we're at the end game, people. Like, seriously, we're at the very end game. And before anything, allow me to appropriately change a tire or VTuber model. There we go. What's up? I'm going to use the Aganao if Natsuki Subaru because we're going to be talking about Al and how honestly we're at the final battle essentially because I don't see where else can we go, especially with what happened to poor Otto. But let us begin with the first thing, and I'll have it in the description below as well as in the YouTube timestamps to basically if you want to skip forward to what essentially happened recently. But let's go over first Petra. What exactly will she live or die? Slash, what did she sacrifice? Now, to sum it up real quickly, is I genuinely think that in terms of giving up, I've seen she gave up her love for Subaru, she gave up her Yang magic, she gave up her memories of Subaru, which wouldn't make sense because she still sees, well, Ghost Subaru. And there's other things, and I think she gave up the ability to even have a chance to be with Subaru. Now, obviously, we all know that Subaru is going to end up with Emilia, like that's just obvious. But I think the world might have been enough of a shift if Petra actively decided to throw herself out of the race for even trying to win Subaru's affection. I think she gave up her that because of the fact that she told Ghost Subaru that she loved him, and I don't think she gave up any feelings or anything because she still has like emotions and stuff toward Subaru and the others. Although I think there's some affection from the Ghost Subaru because Book of the Dead, how Meili was messing with Amnesia Subaru's mind after he read her book, but I genuinely think that she sacrificed something in relation to her feelings of Subaru, not direct feelings. I think she just gave up pursuing Subaru. But that's that. And considering she has the knowledge of return by death and all that, I genuinely think, yeah, she is probably 75 to 25% screwed. I mean, 75% she might die. 25% she might get out of this, but obviously mentally scarred like every other character. But that's in terms of Petra. Now, in terms of Rem, about her role, I actually have, without the context of the 2 chapters that came out, I genuinely think that with her back in action, getting her memories back, it's kind of interesting. I genuinely think she's going to be one of the key factors in saving Subaru. Because think of it this way: Arc 3, she was basically the one that saved Subaru with the From Zero speech. 3 arcs later, the stand up speech for Amnesia Subaru to get back up and keep fighting. Now, we have Subaru captured and unable to do anything. So, what if we had Rem go and save Subaru? So, a third time, the threes. And also, interestingly enough, I told this to a pal that I genuinely think that her fate is also very unknown because think of it this way: Arc 3 epilogue, she loses her memories and name. Arc 6, ending of Arc 6, she gets back up, like she awakens from her coma, but no name or memories. Arc 9, she basically gets both her name and memories back. And 3 arcs later, what's going to happen to her in Arc 12? Maybe something mysterious. I don't know. There's something with the number 3 that just catches my attention for Rem. But yeah, I think that in overall, I think she's going to serve as one of the big supports in saving Subaru. Now, that was the original thing. Now we're on to the first chapter being of Phase 4. Rem was able to pick up the pieces that Subaru is looping, similar to Al, just on a interesting scale because Al is doing it for selfish reasons. Subaru is doing it for everyone else's sake, and that's something that she caught on to. And then we have all the Rem stuff. Petra basically stopping her and immediately trying to tell her like, "Oh, you know." And it's clearly she doesn't know it's through dying because oh my god, the guilt she would have would be enormous if she wanted to break her fingers. I think that's what it was. If she wanted to do that just because she was gone and had Subaru had to go through so much to save her, imagine what would happen if she found out that he had to go through dying. Like that might break her, but not really going into that. We're just going into the fact that Petra was able to somewhat stop Rem from telling others, but also was able to figure out how to stop Aldebaran, as well as the fact that we have a nice interaction between Petra and Rem. And then we have this chapter that came out where Otto is the biggest pain in the ass for Aldebaran and something he did not account for, to a point where he decided to start killing people in the false loops. And then the so called true loop of his, he doesn't kill anyone, but he's able to not only stop poor Otto, because he was really giving them a lot of trouble, but he had Roy actually eat Otto's memories in order to figure out what they're planning, because obviously this is a problem, and he wants to know what his enemies are gonna do. But then Rem approaches Aldebaran, and essentially the face off, the possible big fight is going to happen. And look, we can say that maybe this is like the prelude to the final fight, with Aldebaran being obviously the main antagonist and being beaten in maybe not this phase, but maybe the next phase. But I can guarantee you we're right at that final fight. And not only that, but the fact that Rem is there, and I want to remind you, there is a cut content on season 1 where Aldebaran had met Rem in the failed loop where Subaru was trying to get Priscilla's help. And then, like, he basically mistakes her for Ram. Then Rem corrects that she's Rem. He gets all suddenly aggressive and stuff. And then that's that. Like, there wasn't any more context to it, as well as the fact that Aldebaran knows Ram for some reason. So we might get more lore behind that, and I am kind of excited. Like Tape, dude, you're making me. I'm slacking and I have to rush the videos because today was supposed to be Shield Hero. But anyway, not the point. The point is that yeah, we're basically getting all of the secrets of Aldebaran and all of the stuff that is related to him finally uncovered. Maybe we might see what he saw in the Book of the Dead of Priscilla, because honestly, I'm kind of curious. But Rem versus Aldebaran, quite an interesting fight matchup, considering the fact that A, Rem is going to be highly aware of Aldebaran's ability, so it's not like she's going to be fighting and then suddenly beaten. No, they're probably going to have some kind of contingency plans, because I doubt Rem just alone went to face Aldebaran. I think Petra is somewhere there, and she's going to be one of the assistants in that fight next to Ram. I doubt Ram was going to let Rem go off on her own. So having the two twins fight together is going to be fun. Like, literally, it's going to be super fun. But, oh my god. Oh, this is going crazy. Like, this arc is, like I said in the first Arc 9 video, Arc 9 changed ReZero forever. And this fight is going to mostly determine whether or not we're going to get Phase 5, or we are at the end of Aldebaran's luck. Like, has his stars finally gone bad enough where he is fully defeated? Or will he slick through one more phase? Maybe two phases. Maybe this is a phase 6 kind of thing where there's 6 phases. Maybe this is a big ass 4th phase. Or maybe we might get a 5th phase. Who knows? I genuinely don't know how this is going to go. But if I were to predict, I do not think that. I think every Emilia camp member, the second they realize that Otto's memories had been erased, are going to gun it at Roy Alphard, and he's probably going to die. Like, I genuinely think that Roy is going to die. because I doubt Otto's gonna end up like that. And let's say he does. Let's say Otto is gone. The Otto we know. That sucks because we just got Rem back, and now we just lost a member of the Emilia camp, and a very big one at that. So it would be interesting that they would kill Aldebaran. Like, this is the point of no return. Like, Aldebaran has caused a lot of harm and all, but like the stuff with Heinkel stabbing Wilhelm, that's like its own different issue because that's more Von Estrella issues. But this is a direct attack to the Emilia camp. So I don't see any. This is the basically the no turning point. Like, Al, you fucked up. But anyway, this is going on to number one with older Subaru's VTuber attire. Signing up. I'm genuinely curious what you guys think, because my godly Rem, and obviously Ram, I doubt Ram alone's gonna fight Aldebaran, but Ram and Ram versus Aldebaran. Or we're gonna finally get the reveal of what is the connection between Ram and Aldebaran? Who knows? Until next time, obviously.